Welcome back to Studio 180, inside Studio 180. Today we have the Without a Net improv troupe with us. This is Anthony and Sergio. Thank you so much for coming in. So tell us a little bit about how your improv troupe got started.
Okay, well, I am one of the founders of the troupe. My co-founder is Jason Linder. He's at Illinois State University right now, unfortunately couldn't be here. We started out in Connie Kennedy Howard's directing class here at COD, and I had been talking to him about, why isn't there an improv troupe here at COD? So we sat down, we discussed places where we could play, possible names. We came up with Without a Net, and Jason happened to, at the time, work at the Oakland Terrace Park District, and they had a stage for us to use. So they let us use their stage for free virtually. So that was very nice of them. But that's when we just started. Now that we branched out, we're playing other places that our manager Sergio is helping us find.
Do you want to? Where are some of the places you perform?
Sergio.
Well, besides the Oakland Terrace Park District, we've also performed at the Oasis Cafe in West Chicago. We did 2 shows. One in October, was it?
Yeah.
And one in November, and they went really well. And we also have another one coming up in April. So.
Great. And how many members are there in your troupe?
There are 9, and then Todd, who is our tech director. He's Jason's brother.
Now, do you guys all kind of form at the same time, or do you take segments to do, or?
Right now, we're doing a lot of improv game work, as opposed to sketch comedy work. We're currently in the process of working on a few sketches to work in there, almost like a Saturday Night Live sort of thing. But we just play improv games right now, sort of like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes, I love that show. Do you involve the audience a lot in what you do?
We get their feedback and their input, like we get suggestions from the audience, and we try to utilize them as much as possible. Yes.
So then how long does a typical show go on? Full length?
About like an hour, 15, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Now, the little improv experience I have, the most successful scenes are when you kind of just live in the moment instead of having an agenda. Do you find that true for your group?
Yes, very true. Very true. When we live in the moment, it helps us to create more believable characters on stage, which is also, sometimes it's a problem. Sometimes there aren't any characters on stage, it's just us playing us, but still that can be funny as well.
Do you have a favorite character that you've played that you kind of resurrect a lot, or do you?
Actually, this is a little embarrassing, but
Share it, please.
at the Oakland Terrace shows, it wasn't really a character per se, but I would go on in a skirt just to screw around with the audience.
Are you always looking for new members, or do you have, what is it set?
Well, right now it's set. We've got 9 people, and it's pretty big. Yeah. So I mean, we're working with those people right now, and whatever happens in the future. I mean, people go away to school. It's hard to keep up with stuff like that.
Absolutely. So how often do you rehearse?
Well, depending on if there's a show coming up, like right now, since there's an April show, we try to get together at least once a week, if not twice. And up to that date, the week before, we try to get together as much as possible, possibly 4 times, just so we can get some stuff down and just feel it,
yes.
So that we're ready for that show.
And I mean, how much are you really rehearsing?
I know.
That's true.
There must be certain exercises and things you do to like kind of get your head together and get ready.
Essentially, for rehearsal processes, we like to play 2 different types of a game called freeze. Freeze is when you start with 2 people on a stage, they act out a scene, and then another person says freeze, taps the one person out, and then creates a new scene based on like the position they're in.
Oh, very cool.
But we also, to continue to like create characters, we like to play a version of freeze where they tap the person and then have to continue using that same person's mannerisms and become that character.
Very cool.
We are excited we're going to get to see some of them today.
Thank you guys so much. We're going to see you perform. That's all the time we have, but you will be back with us to perform your improv for the live audience we have today. So we'll be right back.
Yeah, good job. That has to be here. Has to be here.
That was a fantastic set.
So how many times do we rehearse a week, do you think, Robin?
I mean, we get together.
Hey, Mary and Mike, we're actually going to crash our
twice.
set back into this.
Oh, so, okay. Then we're gonna...
There we need something.
I don't. What are we doing?
Wait, they need to move the set over here so that we need to get out of the way. So they move the set.
Okay, then we'll get out of the way.
Hey, kill the lights so that we can have some coolness down here. Can you get our work lights on, Perfect? Good.
Were you guys nervous?
That was really nerve-wracking, actually, Rob. Thank you.
You were awesome.
Those were so good.
You need them. Sorry.
No.
I don't know what I'm doing. Sergio, take this from me. I basically just filmed like an idiot. It's pretty awesome.
He did.
I just pushed record
He
and
did. He had
started
no idea
talking.
what he was doing ever. He was like, what do I do? What did I just do?
It turned off.
Okay.
It's good.
It's good. I kept like looking at the camera thinking I was supposed to, and I was like,
No.
look at them.
And I
You
forgot
guys
to.
looked silly when you guys had to do the talk. You guys were like,
Yes.
like you guys would tell you guys how to do that. They would tell me.
Theater chat.
We're going to be doing it here.
Yes.
Okay.
We should probably.
I just feel really bad because I
People do their
didn't.
thing.
I didn't plug in the.
We should probably just move.
Yeah. I was just get out of here.
Is this still recording?
Yeah.
Don't turn that off.
I won't.
Don't you do it.
I just felt bad because I didn't plug in the May 9th show here. You know.
At the end of this one.
Yeah. Just do it at the end of the game. Really quick. How much? Because if it's like if it's 4 minutes,
Should we start with change?
how much?
Okay.
Because I think we only have
We'll
one.
ask Michelle.
Michelle.
How much time do we have for the games?
8 minutes.
Altogether?
Oh wow, that's perfect.
Yeah, it's
2
good.
games.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Because the games don't go too long anyway.
We plug that we have a May 9th show here.
You can't plug because
we can't plug.
we're on a timely thing where this is getting run throughout a time. So if you're plugging May 9th already happened by the time the show goes.
But do you have like a
Website. The website.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
Nestor
why I
got really upset
Brian now
about it.
because you were like first, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll totally be there. And then and then Nestor told me, he's like,
got
yeah.
good reviews.
Did it?
Yes.
Actually, a
got
girl
really
that I
good
went to high
reviews.
school with, she just messaged me on my Facebook and she's like, hey, I had this this thing where we were watching this movie and you were in it. Yeah. She's like, you're in it. She's like, it was awesome.
They
I was like,
tested.
so weird.
They did test it, and they had about 45 people pack the house, standing
Right.
full length.
I'm
So just
I'm
great.
having
All
like
the
a
reviews came
breakdown.
in really
Hey, how are you?
good characters, man.
I feel like I should know somebody here.
I know, me too.
They're just like, hey, what's going on?
She's like up there. She's like, I know him.
I have a quick technical note for you.
Yes.
When you're performing, basically stay under the lantern area. Things can get really crazy out of control.
Oh, we'll
Keep it
really crazy in control.
And PG. Not 13.
We can't even do 13. It sucks.
And then when you're done with the show, feel free to plug whatever you like.
the website.
The website,
Yeah,
yes.
website.
Oh, you know what? Damn it, that's what I forgot.
What?
I was gonna print out this huge scroll with the website so you guys can just like pull it. But that's alright.
So who's gonna introduce? Should we introduce the game, or do you want Sergio to do it? Or?
Do you want to introduce games? Do you remember how Meanwhile Elsewhere is played?
No, you
All
guys
right,
can do
then
it.
Robin will do it.
Yes,
We're
yes.
gonna be in it. How about you be the Meanwhile Elsewhere, and
And you be the change
and
producer.
I'll talk about change. You talk about.
And then at the end of change, I'll be like,
it's kind of a change of
that
pace.
was it.
I'm in both games.
Come check out our website,
That's nice.
www.withoutanatimprov.com.
This is my true test, isn't it? I don't
This
do
is
good.
when
You
we're
guys
kicking
are-
you out.
You're just gonna do it on television, aren't you?
It's
When
doing
Robin
right.
gets kicked out.
This will
Nice.
actually be Robin's last
thinking it's a
show.
good thing that
She's out. Yeah, this is it for her.
This will be
This is
Robin's
her last
final
run.
performance. We're proud of you, Robin. You
You
really
sucked the whole time, which is why you're out of here. But you know, it's good. It was cool.
Now do it for.
That's 3.
Okay, here's 4.